It says stakeholder capitalism fits into this discussion as a middle, unstable response to the same psychological problems we've been tracing: utopian moralism versus embodied responsibility, right? Like utopian moralism, that's Christianity as well. Be a moral person and you'll get to utopia after you die. But inner authority, that was the early Christians, Gospel of Mary Magdalene, me, and Gospel of Thomas, and all the ones that were, excluded from Christianity, taught embodied responsibility, inner authority. Self-love creates heaven on earth. I can, pull up something I have on Facebook. In the 13th century, a woman said exactly that. She was burned at the stake in France during the Spanish Inquisition because the cross is the only ladder to heaven or you die, bitch. A lot of bitches died. I'm sure I died. I'm glad I died. Fuck that shit. Okay, where stakeholder capitalism comes from. Stakeholder capitalism emerges when societies realize, often unconsciously, that shareholder capitalism became disembodied. And yeah, we did. Disembodied masculinity is overseas manufacturing. That's disembodied, okay? Power lost contact with human consequence. Overseas manufacturing. Communities were hollowed out, meaning collapsed into numbers. And then if they're over there, we just want the money, right? It's all about the money. Stakeholder capitalism says essentially, we can keep the system, but soften its conscience. That already tells you what it is psychologically. Moral repair without structural surrender. Conscious added after the fact. Jungian diagnosis, conscious without individuation. The individuation is when the child in a healthy way naturally individuates, like by age 7, they're ready to spend time without the mom and more time with the dad. That's a healthy child. An unhealthy child gets his or her nervous system calibrated with fear, shame, and guilt, as opposed to love, compassion, and enlightenment. And so it spends all this time in its shadow, unknowingly, unconscious, and then projects it unknowingly, and then sees this crazy world like, oh, I just want utopia, utopia. So it changed the outside with no awareness that we live in a holographic universe. No awareness. Jung insisted that ethical life must arise from individuated persons, not abstract systems. Like, I'm moral everywhere I go. Like the guy that yells and screams over an unheated blueberry muffin in Starbucks, that guy was crazy before he got there. That didn't happen because of Starbucks, okay? So stakeholder capitalism tries to insert ethics into institutions, philanthropy, femininity. Why are they bypassing the men and going straight to the institution? Oh, they have a paternal wound, a devouring father wound. So now they bypass authority and just go straight there, as opposed to learning how to interact with men, marrying a man, ensuring that he's emotionally healthy so that he goes out in these institutions and does things right, and she's at home with the kids. And there's a reason we have more than a 50% mental illness rate among kids. More than 50% of kids do not have a secure attachment to self, which is a definition of a mentally healthy human being. Why? Divorce. Identity politics, schools that are teaching the crazy, okay? They encode care into metrics, formalize empathy through governance frameworks, philanthropy through capitalism, forced. This is psychology backward. Instead of conscious people equals ethical systems, it becomes ethical systems equal conscious people. And we heard from Dr. Andrew Huberman that cancel culture, that's the wrong way. Going from the outside in isn't how it works. You gotta go from the inside out. That's what I'm saying. Just saying. So morality is outsourced upward instead of internalized downward.